Thank you, Sherry. Now I would like to introduce James Morante, the Public Affairs Manager for PG&E, to introduce PG&E's participation in this partnership. One of the things I'd like to point out is I'm so excited to see them working with us on the public-private partnership for public spaces with this type of recycling, but I do know, and we do work at a statewide level with PG&E on source reduction and recycling of compact fluorescents and educating the consumer, because those kinds of things can't go in this bin. They need to go somewhere else in a Take It Back program. So PG&E is very progressive in working in partnerships, and I'm very glad that we're working with them on a local level.
Good morning. Excuse me. PG&E is very pleased to have an opportunity to become involved with this project, particularly on these sorts of endeavors where we have government, business, and community organizations all coming together to simply do what is right. It's right because it sends the right message about the importance of recycling, the environment, and littering. It's the right thing to do because it provides a visible reminder to the children, families, and parents and individuals using these facilities. It's the right thing to do because it preserves the quality of life within this community and the sense of pride of the community's parks and open spaces. It's right because it sets the right example by demonstrating strong partnerships, particularly in this difficult economy. And doing the right thing always starts and ends with the individual. PG&E is proud to become part of the solution here in Woodland, and we look forward to continuing the partnership down the road. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Brent Andrew for the Yochadihi Winton Nation to introduce the tribe's participation in this partnership. And I'm pleased, again, this is the first time we've had the tribes in the state work with us on this kind of local project. We have worked with them on other projects in Southern California. So thank you, and we welcome your participation.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here on behalf of the tribe. You know, this is one of those projects, when it was presented, was impossible to say no to. Recycling has been kind of one of those great success stories in the history of the environmental movement in the state of California. And this particular project combines two things that are of critical importance to the tribe, and you might say two things that have a sacred connection to the tribe. And one is the earth, and the second is the concept of community. The tribe has always had a sacred connection with the earth providing nourishment and sacred connection and a home. And community is one of those bedrock concepts that we all feel in some way, but to the tribe it means their source of pride and their source of strength and their source of identity. And so together those forces make an almost irresistible force that we hope fulfills its destiny here in Woodland. It's our most sincere wish that this community, that the city of Woodland, shows its strength as a community by filling these bins up again and again and again. I thank you.
Thank you, Brent, James, Sherry, and Mayor Davies for joining us here today and being part of our statewide effort to increase recycling. I do want to point out and make it clear that part of our role is to make sure that the signage and what can go in the bins matches up with the local community program. So even though we're really talking about plastics a lot today, you can also put paper, glass, cans, beverage containers in here, and we're also increasing the diversity of the plastics. It's not just the beverage containers. So again, with this partnership, we're getting at all of those recyclable materials where appropriate in the local community, and I think that's very important to point out because there are many materials that are in our litter stream. I think we have a large number of representatives here and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, but Erica Rodriguez, the field representative for Assembly Member Marika Yamada, is here. Thank you so much for coming. Matt Ivler with State Senator Lois Walk's office. Thank you for being here. Art Pimentel The vice, okay. The vice mayor wanted to be here. Yolo County Supervisor Dwayne Chamberlain. Sandra Rodriguez from Supervisor Jim Provenza's office. Mark Devon, the city manager of Woodland. Yes, thank you. I'm glad we were able to help save some money here and get these out.
Me too.
I'm right there with you. Greg Meyer, Public Works Director of City of Woodland. You're the guy I want to talk to. Good. Robert Childers, Environmental Analyst for City of Woodland. We have the whole Woodland. Roberta. Sorry, Roberta. I'm called Chris a lot too. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Corey Sullivan, Parks and Recreation. I can't read the handwriting. Carrie, nice. Carrie? Nice to meet you, Carrie. And he's the Parks and Recreation Director. They had Chief of Police as well.
Yes.
2 hats. Where's you packing heat today? Okay, love it. That's why I like my state parks partnership. They show up packing heat. Wendy Ross, Economic Development Manager of the City of Woodland. Rachel Krayneck with Waste Management, and again, Waste Management is one of our board member organizations. Marissa Jeweler, Yolo County Waste Reduction Sustainability Manager. Nope, wrong. Not here, wrong pronunciation. Okay, he gave me this list. Barbara Butterfield. Yes, I got another one. PG&E. Mike Chandler, Fire Chief. Nope, sorry. Oh, and it's the Native American Day in Sacramento, and of course we have Mr. Andrew, and then Joyce Jones, City of Woodland. Yes, and I can't read this one. Dawson, Devon. We have to work on that handwriting. I'm sorry about that one. Thank you so much for being here. This represents a broad range of stakeholders that are here in support of this partnership, and that's very important to keep California beautiful because we are trying to bring those partnerships together. What I'd like to do is we can take questions if there's any right now, or we can take them later. But what I'd like to do is let's step to do the ceremonial throwing in of the first plastics into the bin. And we also we like to do pledge signing. So we have pens, and I'm going to have the speakers and any other people who would like to sign our pledge, particularly our representatives, the elected representatives. That would be great. The city manager. So that would be great. And again, we're really about the source reduction, so when you can use reusables, please do. When you're in public spaces and you have disposable items, let's get them recycled. So let's go ahead and do our first throwing in.